offering the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. That one's wide left.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Now Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. For 3, here's Lillard. Knocks down the triple.
And one of the quickest triggers. Lillard says, now you see it, now you don't.
Curry from deep three-point land. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Antetokounmpo. Over to the wing. And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Giannis has great confidence, and he's playing with it here.
Curry surveys. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Brook Lopez. Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
Well, B.A., it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that he shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league.
And so Curry nails both of them. Oh, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time, but he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
To watch all of that happen, but I give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries, the confidence never wavered, and then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
Five on the clock. A clear look for Antetokounmpo. Warriors with the rebound.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Antetokounmpo is doubled. Here's Prince. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Kuzma. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Jimmy Butler. It's normal for guys to jump from team to team, Brent, but Kyle Kuzma has displayed real loyalty.
He clearly is starting to value what culture means and respects the time to build that up. He wants to be part of something special, and when you have players start to think that way, sometimes it translates to the court where they're more consistent and more reliable.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Golden State. 4-point game. Here's Curry. Another shot. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Anticipation and length makes Giannis a great shot blocker.
Lillard got a good look. And that one comes up a bit short. Warriors trail by 4. let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers. We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, the fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. Kuzma for three. Fires in the triple.
And Kuzma spacing the floor nicely, patiently waiting and knocking down the three.
Butler with the bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Lillard. Second shot opportunity. Oh, Green with a block.
Wow, gritty defense from Draymond, showing how tough it is, and great timing on the rejection.
Both teams will make substitutions. 4 on the clock. Here's Lillard. Lillard can't get that one to fall.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Butler can't get it to go. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Prince. Portis outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Let's look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And this is exactly who you want.
Antetokounmpo with the block. The 3 ball. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5. Warriors trail by 3. Pass to Jackson Davis. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside. The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
Great to see Antetokounmpo going strong inside. At times, the D has no choice but to foul him.
Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, BA. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Oh, stolen by Lillard. And the dunk by Lillard.
And with how hot Damian Lillard can get, you cannot let him steal the ball and then put one away in the open court. Here he comes.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Kuminga. Back to Curry. This one for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Curry's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
The Warriors leading. There's a screen by Kuminga. 3-pointer. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo outside. Kuminga pulls it in.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
There's the 3. They get it back. Out to Hield. Gets it off. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Warriors on top, leading by 13. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Here's Curry. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Oh, the strength of Giannis.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
Here's Curry. Drops in the layup for two. 9 points in the game.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Outside for Porter. Back to Antetokounmpo. In close. Antetokounmpo delivers.
And wanting to elevate his playmaking skills, Porter Jr. continues to impress with his passing ability.
Curry with it. Now Porter defending. Antetokounmpo with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. And a deep three from Curry. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you. Well, he can score from the perimeter, but Steph also knows how to execute inside.
Here's Portis. He's off on the layup. And here are the Warriors now. Pass to Curry. Uncovered. That won't go either for Curry. The Bucks trail. Oh, stolen by Payton. And they're pushing it up. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, with the Bucks switching coaches midway through last season, Doc Rivers, experienced with star-laden rosters, he said, quote, "I resist thinking that you can't coach players. I have no problem holding them accountable. If you don't do it, you're not going to win." Brian, the pressure's on to get it done.
The burden of expectations. It's title or bust. Thanks, Allie. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Outside for Porter. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors lead by 3. Outside Curry. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
And here's Milwaukee now. Trent outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Porter. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Here's Podziemski. Rejected by Antetokounmpo. Pulls up. And the Bucks miss again. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Curry from inside.
That's a great pass from Draymond Green. Just understands where his guys are going to be.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Podziemski. Finished off the break. And now it's a 7-point Warrior lead.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So both teams making some changes here. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with. And Lillard, a flat-out gunner from deep because he's just a lethal shooter from way outside.
Here's Butler. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Brook Lopez.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season, even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
Here's Green.
How about Draymond rising up into the contact? He's a good offensive player who finds his way this time to get to the free throw line.
It's his first trip to the line. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Out to Lillard. 4-3.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
This is just not a